Hello, this is Chris.com, and I'm going to show you how to use Boomerang. You can find Boomerang on bucket.org, and here is my server. So this is a new spawn point I've been working on, and what I want to do is have a bunch of biomes in which the player can enter and then teleport to that sort of biome. And so I wrote the Boomerang plugin to facilitate that. So let's take a little tour here. Oh, a mushroom cow. Suppose he came from over here. I used World Edit to copy sections and paste them in place, and of course each slice of the pie here I set to its respective biome. Built a few things on my own. So what I want is for a player to be able to decide they want to go to a biome, enter, and then be automatically teleported. So let me introduce you to the commands. So we'll start with portals. So I'm just going to build a ridiculously simple portal. Try to get fancy with it here. There we go. And first is to set a warp. So just to show the perspective, we'll set a warp here. So we'll type set warp, and then the name of the warp, we'll say test. And presto, warp is set. Now, if I type warps, it'll show that we have test. So I can warp test. Boom. And notice it also maintains the head position. Alright? So now we'll set a portal. Set portal. And we'll call this portal p-test. And we want it to warp to test. So now it tells me I should left click and right click an area. Now if I enter this portal, presto, they are connected. Now I can type portals or portal, and it'll show that I have a portal called test. I can also type portal test, portal p-test, and it'll teleport me to the position I was standing in when I created the portal. So I can always go to a portal and update it when I want. Now, an even cooler feature is the random teleport. So let's just make something even simpler. So we'll just say that that's where I'm going to make a random teleport. But first, let me demonstrate random teleporting. If I do /RTP, it will randomly teleport me to some place on the server. And boom, there I am. I don't get stuck in lava, I don't get stuck in water. It's always a safe location. And this is actually pretty cool. What have we got going on here? I likes it. I can also random teleport to a biome of my choosing. So I can RTP to a desert. Or I can RTP to a mesa. Maybe I want to RTP to a jungle. And then I can always list RTPs somehow. I can always Boomerang RTP info, and I get a list of the teleport locations and how many locations have been saved for each biome. Boomerang will collect biomes at a rate that you can specify in the config YAML file, and will continue to do that at that rate, collecting biomes as it goes. When a biome is full, like for instance Savannah here, Boomerang will use that, use one of those randomly if somebody does a random teleport or a random biome teleport, and it will delete that so that the biome collection will collect a new one, so it's not reused. In the case where there's less than what I have set for the maximum in the list, it will not delete them, it will keep them in place. Now another thing is that in the biome collection, in order to save memory, Boomerang will save locations, but they may not be suitable spawn points. So Boomerang saves a location and then it hunts within the chunk for a suitable spawn point when the teleport is used. If nothing is found within that chunk, it will move to another saved location and do the same thing again. So some of these may not be useful locations to randomly teleport. But let's warp back to test, and let's set our portal here. So we're going to do set portal, and we'll call it random, and we want it to RTP to a forest. Hey, you know what? I'll even spell it right, just because I'm good like that. Portal's created. Now, I go through it. Oh, unable to teleport right now. Try in a bit. So that means that it didn't find forest. It should have found forest. Well, let's try that. RTP forest. This seems to work fine. Boom, I'm in a forest. So what did it not like? Well, let's delete the portal random. I'll even spell that right. Wow. Now let's create another portal. Set portal random jungle. No. Why does it not want to teleport? Well, let's just have it RTP for us in general, and I'll figure out what's up with the plugin. Boom, there we go. So now we have randomly teleported. Ooh, wow. Isn't that interesting? Let's go again. Alright. Nighttime on the plains. Mushroom plains, no less. So that should be fun. That should be plenty helpful. Whenever I see lava pits, I always think that I might have discovered somebody's house. Oh, looky there. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Look at the size of that. It's ridiculous. So as you can see, you can find some pretty cool villages. One that I found is here. It's a village in a crevasse. So I added the bridge, and I did this by randomly teleporting. But in the crevasse, see right there is a spider spawner, right off the bat. So I decided to adopt this village as my own, maintain it. So there you go. That is Boomerang in a nutshell. Meanwhile, I'll find out what's going on with the portal to a biome. It's kind of bizarre. But, alright. Thanks. Have a great one.